Professional streamer, everybody. Wow, my great. It appears that we hope to a great October. Still getting some of my October spooky stuff set up, so hopefully that'll change by next weekend. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful October so far. You better be, and you better be running around in costume 24/7 until Halloween, or maybe even after Halloween. You know, whatever gets you some candy. Today we are going to be covering horror films and what makes a good one, and even covering horror films from the past, horror films of today, you know, seeing which ones are better, what happened, you know, pros, cons, and such. It's going to be a very fun time. And of course, I have two of the best people to bring in for those types of commentary. So let's bring them on in. Yeah. First off, Stupenzo, how you doing? Stupenzo, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Just fine. And my co-host, how's it going? Sweetie, now you can come on.
Let me press the buttons. Thank you.
Now that's scary that Scooby will forget. That's
right.
My short memory is very scary. And finally, Suns and Shadows.
Hello.
Welcome, boys. Good to have you back. And of course, we are here for some horror movie fun time. Tony, I believe you know which button to push.
Yes, sir.
Horror movie fun time. Horror movie fun time.
Yeah, baby.
Damn straight.
Horror movies, yeah. Cut them up, stab 'em, all that good shit. We love them.
Laugh in silent mime.
Is there a single movie on this picture that was made before 2000? I think it's all post 2000. It's all post. It's the opposite, where it's like it's mostly like 80s and 90s and 70s.
But yeah, you know what? But that'll change in later thumbnails. So
yeah, she's got like some classics queued up in the back here.
Ooh.
Yeah, we all love our genres. We all have a favorite one. You know, it's from.
Well, what's great about horror is horror's got like it's the largest. Like, there's so much like stupid horror movies that you've never seen, and granted, a lot of them are garbage, but like when it comes to like the back catalog, like what did I watch? I watched a bunch of like old horror movies this year. Like what? The House of Wax with Vincent Price. I'd never seen it. That was crazy.
Oh, OG.
The Vincent Price version's amazing.
Yeah, the house. When the place burns down at the beginning, it's like, holy shit! These actors almost died. This is insane.
Yeah, Vincent Price. He was a great when it came to that stuff.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of Vincent Price movies this year. I was doing one of Nadia's shows, tier list, and I hadn't seen most of those movies. They're great.
We're gonna have her on next weekend, actually.
Nice.
Fitting.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fit. We have some topics that are gonna be perfect for her. But let us go on to the topics for us. Now, horror movie fun time. You can't have just one particular horror version that you gotta like. There's many subtle different versions.
Subtle?
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 Yeah, subtle. This is just a few.
Subtle. Oh.
This is
They're
just
very different. They're intrinsically different.
Oh yes, there's a handful. There's many.
Subgenre is intrinsically different.
Yeah, there's ghost movies, there's monster movies, there's
possession
creature features,
movies.
There's demonic movies, satanic cult movies. There's slasher films.
Many levels. But I could only focus on just a few because otherwise we would be here for hours on end.
Cosmic horror, sci-fi horror. What?
Oh, sci-fi horror is very interesting.
I'm a Lovecraftian go-to guy. I love Lovecraft. I love slashers. So it's like I got the highest of the highbrow and the lowest of the lowbrow.
Peepers hasn't seen Exorcist, dude. It's
what?
It's like the best horror movie ever.
You got homework. You got homework, man.
OG Exorcist.
Yeah. Legit freaky.
Hold on, Peepers. I got a question for you. Have you seen the original Carrie? I'm not talking about the remake, the two remakes. I'm talking about the original Carrie.
I forget there's a remake. There's also the Rage Carrie 2. That one sucks.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that one's like, that blows. Yeah.
With the Home Improvement star. Oh,
yeah.
God. Brad.
God. Yeah, I mean the thing is I do like supernatural horror. I love werewolves and vampires and The Exorcist, but movies. I think technically like slashers are the scariest because there's nothing like, the idea that a ghost is going to kill you. Okay. Some leaps of logic there and some disbelief you got to get over, but like a guy with an axe, like watch out, he'll kill you. The guys with axes are real.
Yeah, you got Shining with the psychological thriller, and you got Terry with almost pretty much everything under the sun, with the exception of the slasher and demonic. I mean, hers is like overall scary as hell thriller. I mean, she's
never piss off a dormant psyker. That's the lesson you learn with Terry.
She's a psychokinetic. That one's a psychokinetic thriller. I mean, you don't want to piss off this girl.
Yeah, what was the other one? Firestarter. That was another one where Drew Barrymore.
Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. That was a good one. Then you got Halloween, one of the best slashers out there.
Yeah, baby.
And then of course,
slash just like Mike.
And then of course, The Exorcist. If you have not seen The Exorcist, you have not seen one of the best horror films out there.
Yeah, see, Exorcist and Carrie do it right because, I mean, Shining is a bit much, but I love The Shining. Shining's freaky because the idea that your own father's like trying to kill you, you know. But the Carrie and The Exorcist do it right because there's no supernatural stuff. It's played totally straight, except for like the one supernatural element. Like it's played totally straight and realistic, except like there's a little girl possessed by the devil, or there's like a girl with a telekinetic rage going crazy at the end of the movie. You know, other than that, it's like it's pretty straightforward.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Sorry, had to do it.
Like Carrie, I mean, for her telekinesis and stuff, she was a trained weapon. And she wanted a regular fucking life. And that just wasn't going to happen for her. She was way too out there for the other students. And then, of course, spoiler alert, she gets killed by her own fucking mother. And then their house gets sucked into the ground. And, like, that makes no fucking sense. But it's still creepy as hell. AJ Starhiker says, I've tried to watch Exorcist. It's just not my thing. I prefer Hitchcock-style thrillers. Oh, yes, Hitchcock style is very good, like The Birds. I love The Birds.
My mom's been watching Alfred Hitchcock Presents, which is like the precursor to Tales from the Crypt. You got all these celebrities in it, too. Like, every time I look at the TV, I'm like, is that Billy Barty? Is that, you know, there's always somebody.
That's another one of my favorites right there, Poltergeist.
Poltergeist rules. Poltergeist was great because usually before Poltergeist, the haunted house was always like a big spooky mansion, you know, with creaky doors and cobwebs. But Poltergeist was the first time where it's like, no, it's just a regular house. It's your house. Suburbia, your house is haunted. Yeah.
And what? Well, then why is it? It's because your daughter is going through puberty.
No, it's because your house was built on an Indian burial site.
Yeah. You left the bodies, didn't you?
You moved the stones, but left the bodies.
Love that full scene at the end. That's great.
Yeah, that lady didn't know that those were real cadavers, real skeletons.
What's his name? Who did the movie? He threw her in the fucking pool and had skeletons in there, and those screams were real, like 100% real. She didn't know.
She had no idea that those were real because apparently buying real cadavers is cheaper than using fake ones.
I thought that was fucking hilarious when I found out. I was like, that's how you do a horror film.
I've seen a few other horror movies, like old school, like Italian horror movies, where like they really show like real autopsies and stuff. You're like, all right, here's an autopsy scene. You're like, okay, and it's like, wait, they're cutting up with a real dead body for real. Like, this is how's that allowed? Gross.
Uh-oh. We got some genealogy fact from Warband 55, who says Enzo is 1/16 black on his great aunt's side. You have to do everything he says. Oh, damn.
Obey him.
Damn right.
And we did get a super chat prior to the show. Tony, do you know how to bring those up, sweetie?
What's that?
We did get a super chat prior to the show.
Yeah, see that?
Oh, boy.
Stupenzo thinks James Gunn's Superman is a good movie. Him being here is a travesty of cinema critical douches like me.
I gave it a C.
First and foremost, DJ, thank you for the scratch. It means a lot, my friend.
Yes, thank you, DJ.
Finish. Thank you very much.
Cha-ching. Thank you, DJ.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, boy.
I gave it a C. You're gonna sit there and tell me otherwise. We're gonna start
coming up with clips.
Yeah, The Dark Knight. I mean, the problem with The Dark Knight is it made all these fucking nerds demand every superhero movie be The Godfather. It's like, come on, dude. It's a goddamn superhero flick. How good do you think it's gonna be? I mean, obviously, it would have been better if it was better. Obviously, it would have been preferred if the movie was an A. But if you can't be happy with your stupid comic book movie being a C+,
I present to you, for anybody that sends in a super chat, I'm going to go ahead and upload a short clip Actually, a 3-minute clip, if you'll permit. I figured that Beetlejuice's calls that I feature on my show would be a good way to reward during spooky season. That'll give you some time to make some of your own.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and I'll load the first one up.
Or anything, anything. As long as it's the shorter, the better.
Yeah, they're. It's like a small skit. It's like 2-minute long.
Yeah, I know. Call. All good in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and you're not going to get the Pinhead one because it's like a 10-minute long spiel of Sean Carter and I just having fun hogging the microphone from each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We'll do one with Jason.
For the really big ones, we'll do one with Jason.
You don't want to do the one with Jason now? That's the one I'm just queuing up.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay, guys.
I mean, because it's a big one. I mean, it was a $50.
Yeah, okay. It was a big thing, so let's go ahead and do it.
All right. As soon as it's done buffering, because we got to wait on yonder duck of death.
Oh yeah. So what was going on with the new intro? It wasn't uploading.
Yes. StreamYard was being a dick.
Yeah. Usually you gotta you have to
It said when I put it into upload, it said will take 15 minutes to do so or something like that. I was like, since when do you give me a freaking time limit?
And yes, YouTube overlords, I authorize the use of this clip. Do not pester me on the copyright matching tool. I know what I'm doing. Thank you.
You got problems? Are you literally dealing with so much psychological baggage that you want to die? Maybe you're killing time, trying to figure it out on your own. But if you want the top therapist on the list, so good he's a hypnotist, then call it once, call it twice, 3 times the charge. You got problems, but so do I. We all got problems, so let's chat. It's $2 for the first minute, then it'll cost you an arm and a leg. You know what I mean?
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers. Please remain on the line as we value your call.
Hey, if it ain't the mama's boy, how's it going? That bad, huh? Hey, slow down, relax. All right, so, what's the deal? People are saying that you got a bit of a hygiene problem. Really? Well, why don't you take a bath? Yeah, I get it. Listen, we're gonna have to get over this phobia of water, all right? Listen, you can't go around smelling like the dead when you're out trying to, make other people dead. You know what I mean? So, you might want to get on that. Yeah. Yep, got another notification. Is there any other questions? How's hell? Wouldn't know, but never been there. Been to Saturn, though. No, I'm not trying to change the subject. Listen, you're going to have to get over this fear of taking a bath. Water is not going to hurt you. It only hurts you once. Okay? You're dead. You can't get hurt no more. All right? Listen, you'll be okay. Yeah, you're getting bullied by that Freddy guy. Yeah, I've heard about him. I have a loud mouth. Not like I would know anybody like that, Well, happy to take your call there. You really need to, open up. Learn how to converse more. Not everybody's going to be able to understand you. You call me if you ever need to know anything about your love life. I might know a girl. She might be able to hit it in the sack with you. Know what I mean? Alright. Well, you let me know if you need anything else. That'll be $29.99. Hey, I don't know your rules. Hey. Gotta make a living. Alright? The guy I'm living with, kind of a cheapskate. Alright. Well, we'll see you. Later.
We'll trim them down.
That was a $50 super chat from DJ. Thank you very much. And in the future, we will definitely be trimming down those clips.
No, they're good bits nonetheless. Hope you all enjoyed it nonetheless.
So yeah, I'd have to say we do have some of the best. I mean, we got what on the Slasher Mountain Hall of Fame on the
Mount Slashmore.
Mount Slashmore. Who would you guys put on Mount Slashmore?
I mean, Jason, Freddy, Michael, and the fourth one is always, some people say Leatherface, some people say Chucky. Terrifier's a new one.
Yeah, I gotta say Art. I mean, he is freaking colorful.
Hilarious.
He's too much of a newbie. Yeah. He's too baby-faced. He has to stick around for a few more decades before he can get on the mountain.
Dude,
I don't know, man. He's a natural. He is a prodigy.
He also needs to go into space if he's going to qualify for that.
Yeah, we have to have a space episode. Yeah.
Yeah, Pinhead. He's going to for the fourth movie.
I do like Buster Pinhead, Rhymes. But Pinhead doesn't really fit with the slasher stuff. I mean, Pinhead, he's up there with I would say Art, Pinhead, all the supernatural ones who should get their own mountain. Because, really, I mean, Jason technically, Freddy, I get it. But they're slashers. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. Pinhead, Leatherface.
I mean,
Chucky.
Leather fits because
Ghostface.
Ghostface.
If you want to be a little bit more, modern, a little bit more recent, even though
if you want to talk, and if you want to talk creepy, there's Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, the Creeper. The Creepers.
The Djinn from Wishmaster is awesome, but he's definitely not Mount Slashmore. He's
correct
in his own thing.
He has one okay movie and
four really ugly
not
ones.
So okay movies. But the Wishmaster movies are all fun though. They got some great death scenes. But,
Carrie is one of those movies where it definitely makes you kind of leery of the nerdy one and just kind of go, I'll be nice to you because I don't want to be set on fire or something, because it's always the quiet ones, and she was a quiet one.
Is that why you like it, Scooby?
Oh, very funny.
I'd also be remiss to not bring up Psycho, because that was for movies with Norman Bates.
Yes. Psycho I think would follow right under Shining Bait, would follow right under The Shining.
Psycho's fun. Psycho 2 is a great example of how to do a horror sequel. Even though Psycho 2 is silly, at least they did something really different with it,
Mm-hmm.
Psycho 2 is all about Norman Bates is all rehabilitated, and it's like he's a drug addict, tempted by drugs, he's trying not to let his mom. He's trying to be the good guy in part 2. He's trying to be a decent man, and the spirit of his mother keeps coming up. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean there are just there's just so many too good to tell. The Omen. The Omen is a good one.
Damien, you know who's not getting on any list is the Hook guy from I Know What You Did Last Summer. No one gives a shit on him.
Yeah, that was not scary. That was just stupid. I'm sorry.
No one cares.
What
20
are you
memberships.
For?
Damn. Stormbringer.
Stormbringer. Whoa. Thank you so much, sweetie. I love you. God.
Thank you very much,
Damn.
Play that 4-minute clip again.
No, I think I got a shorter one. Let's see if I can't pull up Leatherface since we just mentioned him.
20 seconds clips, maybe.
I'm going to try my best to trim these down. These are entire skits that I have for my variety show, which is more fitting because it's a variety show. But
yeah, he'll trim them down because
I'll trim them down. But for now, that is still 20 members. That's
that is a goddamn. Thank you, Stormbringer. Jesus. Definitely, if I could, I would bring some Halloween candy straight to you.
Leatherface is as a minute shorter, so we'll do leather, and we'll cue that up in just.
That is a costume I did do one time. I used to work at a Halloween store, and they let us have free costumes. And one time, I dressed up as a maid with bunny ears and fishnet stockings and stuff, and I just walked around getting trick or treating. So I was like, yeah, got plenty of candy that year.
Of the people that are joining your Legion of Greensleeves, let's go ahead and announce them while this is buffering. AJ Starhiker, welcome. Warbend, Storebringer was gifted a membership to himself. Isn't that neat? Blue Octopus, Nick Havoc, UFA Omega, Frostbag 7, The True Aztec Warrior, Cult Classic Cage, hey Cassie, Miss Molly, Rio, Zolosi, Zax, hail to you, Zax. I hope that Rome is still treating you well. I believe that Abomination AJ is going to be doing Circle of Jerks tonight. And hail to the True Aztec Warrior. Did you get one? But he's green. It's not showing. Golden Apple 17 Crash, Benji, Alucard 1068, Sons and Shadows. Hey, he's right here on the panel with us.
Rio.
And I. Good to see you guys, one and all. Welcome back to the Legion of the Green Sleeves. So I should say welcome to, as this is her first month being monetized, and we are absolutely ecstatic. Let's see if that video is queued up. I hate the duck of death sometimes.
Welcome to the doghouse.
I really do hate my internet.
This is the good part. This is the good version.
All right, here we go.
You got problems? Are you literally dealing with so much psychological baggage that you want to die? Maybe you're killing time, trying to figure it out on your own. But if you want the top therapist on the list, so good he's a hypnotist, then call it once, call it twice, 3 times the charge. You got problems, but so do I. We all got problems, so let's chat. It's $2 for the first minute, then it'll cost you an arm and a leg. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Bob. I'll take that. Yellow. Tommy, you better not be wasting time on that damn internet. You hear me, Tommy?
Hey,
not be making no phone calls. We ain't got no money.
Listen, I gotta ask you a few questions. All right. So how you been? Surely you ain't got no problems, right? Oh wait. Oh, I get it. You're having a bit of a performance. Listen, give it a good time. Yeah, all right. You got to work your tool a little. Okay, I understand. For some guys, guys like you, it's hard to really get her going. Tough getting it up. All right. Give it a good tug. Tug it. Tug it. Tug it. Tug it. Tug it. There you go. Yeah, tug it. Tug it. All right. No. You're obviously gonna have to lube a little. Lube a little. Give it a little lube. Try it again. All right. Think about that girl you really like, the one you just met. Okay. You got her image in your head, right? You're all oiled up. All right. Go ahead. Give it a tug. Come on. I can't believe I'm teaching you how to handle your tool. There you go. Yeah. Right on. Got it. See? That's simple. You just gotta have the right mindset. All right, I tell you what. I'm gonna do you a solid because there's a lot of guys out there with performance issues. I'm only gonna charge you $109.99. Is that okay? Buck listen, that's a steal. All right. That's a steal. All right, you go get him, Tiger. Go get him. Good eating tonight. That's right. Go get him. Yeah.
Better not be charging any money, Tommy. Go get us some dinner, Tommy. Go on now.
Leatherface. Wow.
I'll have a lot of these chopped up. I actually think I'm going to record a couple of new ones, like just like a one-off, like setup and punchline kind of thing, 20-second long ones. So you'll have to give me. I don't know if I'll be able to get any new this week, but I will try. I will make time.
So,
yeah,
The Exorcist is a really, 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 really good possession one. I mean, I remember it scared the crap out of people when it came to the theaters.
It was before Jaws. It was the first blockbuster, really, because summer blockbusters was a thing. But like before that, like because that came around Christmas, The Exorcist, and that was like one of the first times the movie theater line was like around the block, a literal blockbuster. And yeah, people were fainting in the movies. People were coming out like totally traumatized. It was amazing.
And they were playing a Christmas song, Tubular Bells, in it. And of course, the Jaws in its way is also a horror film. I don't know what you would categorize as.
Yeah,
but I think the reaction to that was funny as hell, because for an entire year, nobody was at the beach. Nobody went to the beach. All the beaches were empty.
Kids were afraid to go to pools and shit. Kids were afraid to go in their bathtub because of the Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was funny.
The shark's gonna get me, mommy.
Well, that's a great. That was a funny line in Contagion. Kate Winslet talking about fomites and the virus is super transmissible. It's like, well, how do we warn people? How do we get people to know? And he's like, well, it's a funny thing. You put warning packages on cigarettes, nobody gives a shit, but you put a plastic shark in the ocean and everyone in a movie and everyone freaks out. So I mean, there's no telling how you can convince people to be afraid of something. And the thing is, the reason is because the shark is something instinctive. Like if you're ever on a boat and you see like a real great white shark, like
it's something very realistic. People see it.
You instinctively just feel your heart sink. You freak out. You're like, oh my God, it's a big ass fish. It's there's something animalistic and evolutionary about when you see a big shark like that or any big animal, you freak out. Whereas like viruses and stuff, you don't see those things. You don't see the ghosts moving the dishes around, I don't know. The Exorcist, you never really see the devil possessing the little girl. It's just
you don't see Pazuzu, right?
Yep.
But that's why The Exorcist is so great, because they try everything. They take her through all. That's like one of the scariest parts of the movie is when they're trying to figure out what's wrong with her. They're like torturing her with all these medical experiments, and then reluctantly they settle on trying to find a priest, like as a last ditch effort, that's why it's so good. And like The Exorcist is amazing because it's it's scary, obviously, but when you get older, it's way scarier. It's just like you feel the weight way more.
Also, it's The Exorcist. One of the things that that makes it so good, as well as the Poltergeist, is it takes you straight into the realm of the unknown.
Yeah, it's like. Well, it is very known because you're in a very normal house with normal people and normal doctors and normal police. Everything's normal, except the girl's head is like spinning around, and it's like it's the one thing that's not normal that makes everything else like so much crazier. It seems so more grounded.
In my personal belief, this is my belief. I don't care about what anybody else says. This is my personal belief. I believe that people can be possessed. Personally, that's what I believe. Then again, I'm Catholic, so that's been ingrained in my mind. So what do you expect? So I personally believe that a person can be possessed.
Yeah. I mean, like when you're a kid, the scariest parts of The Exorcist are, all the
as an adult,
crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, and even as an adult, some of the craziest things that she's able to frickin' do is creepy as hell. Like bending over backwards and going up and down the stairs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I actually don't like the spider walk scene.
Hell?
I actually prefer the spider walk scene out of the movie. But yeah, moving the furniture with her mind and levitating, and her eyes go white and her throat swells up like a frog or whatever. It's just all this crazy stuff. But for me, like when you're older, like you start noticing like way creepier parts. Like for instance, the detective goes and he's interrogating or he's questioning the mom, because that guy was thrown out of the window. By the way, like that guy may have been molesting Reagan, which is why Reagan threw him out of the window. But yeah, he's like he's saying all the stuff about the guy, the actor who fell down the stairs, and he may have been come out of that window, and he'd like to ask Reagan some questions, and she's like, yeah, she's all sedated right now. They gave her a bunch of tranquilizers, she's not gonna wake up till tomorrow probably. And he's like, that's fine. And then as he leaves, he goes outside his car and he sees her pacing, the shadow of her pacing in the window, like that's like little things like that you don't really pick up on when you're a kid. Super creepy.
Yeah, they were letting him come in and question her on more than one occasion. Yeah.
Yeah, the tranquilizers did nothing.
Yeah, and then of course you have some movies that are like combination haunting possessions, like The Conjuring, which I'm doing a review of on Monday with that darn Kitty. The Conjuring is one of my favorites.
Stigmata is another one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Stigmata needs more love.
Yeah, Stigmata was awesome.
That was a favorite of mine.
And then of course you have and even the Japanese have some really kick-ass ones, like the original version of The Ring.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like the remake a lot. The remake's great too.
Their version of The Ring was fucking freaky as hell.
Well, see, The Ring, I do like The Ring remake because it gives it that New England vibe, and it was the problem was it was really good and really well received, so it started that trend of just like remaking all these recent Korean and Japanese
like The Grudge
movies
and whatnot.
The Grudge,
the original
Pulse.
Grudge, the original Japanese Grudge was also great.
I'm much more of a Ring fan over The Grudge. Ringu is good too. I do like Ringu. But yeah, The Grudge, I don't like either Grudges. They're both weird. Well, there was another, was there another Japanese horror movie I watched recently? Oh yeah, we watched the Japanese Evil Dead. That was bad. It was like bloody muscles or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Bloody muscles. Yep.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, yeah. It's a weird one.
It's a wacky one.
So I was looking up Janusz Kaminski's. Is that his name? He's the director of photography for all the Steven Spielberg movies.
Yeah.
He did Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan and so many good movies. Minority Report. He's a great director of photography. He's got this great distinct look. He did Cool as Ice, Vanilla Ice. He's the reason why that movie looks so cool. And I was trying to look up other movies he did. He did Little Giants with Rick Moranis. He was the director
and
of
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, he was the director of photography for a few others. But I realized like he was the director of photography for that 2000 movie Lost Souls with Winona Ryder, where that guy he's going to get possessed by the devil. Yep. That was a fun movie, but you realize like, holy shit, of course it was he's the photographer for that one because it's got that like silver halo effect and that film grain, that he was just really good with. It just has such a distinct look. But yeah, that's a cool movie where, she's trying to convince him that he's going to get possessed by the devil and he doesn't believe it. And then he does. And it's a great scene.
And then you have some great comedic ones out there like Army of Darkness.
Dude,
the Evil Dead ones. Those were great.
House 2.
Have you guys seen Hell Baby with the Reno 911 guys?
With the Reno 911 guys? Hell Baby. Oh my God. This is the first time I've heard of it. Tell me about it.
Hilarious. So it's basically like standard. What's Rob Corddry? He is like him and his pregnant wife move into a obviously haunted house in New Orleans. No. It's clearly like, they keep hearing about all the murders that happen in the house and stuff. And what's it? The two of the guys, Lennon and the other guy from Reno 911, the cops. They are like these Italian exorcist priests. They spend the whole movie smoking and like doing martial arts, and they're like flown in from Italy to help these people. This woman's like clearly possessed. She's pregnant. There's a great scene where like they go to New Orleans and these two cops meet the priest, and they're like, "Oh, you ever had a po' boy?" And then there's like a scene, like an extended scene of them like eating these po' boy sandwiches and drinking beer, and it's just like one of the funniest things ever. I can't do it justice explaining it. You have to see it to believe it.
I'm gonna have to put that on the watch.
Hell Baby's great.
Yeah.
I've definitely never heard of it, but yeah, there's some great
horror comedies.
Yeah, Gremlins. I
know,
love Gremlins.
Yeah, and some of the like for instance, Chucky, Leprechaun. What I've noticed is with horror movies.
Well, Leprechaun legitimately started out scary, but then it just got goofy.
Right.
With
That's
the
what I was gonna
sequel.
say. Is it's with the horror movies, the horror icons. It's only until about the third movie where the character, the slasher, the killer, the main baddie, he is kind of solidified into what he's supposed to be. Like Jason gets his hockey mask in part 3. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's like now like killing people based on their fears
and making the witty one-liners.
So Leprechaun, Leprechaun part 3 is where we start leaning into the comedy. Like the Leprechaun is very funny now, and that was like the way. Same thing with Child's Play. Like Child's Play 1 is obviously the best because you know that's the great part is like you don't know if it's the little kid losing his mind, if the kid's killing people or not. They literally let you doubt it. And then the battery scene, and Charles Lee Ray, Chucky, he's great. Chucky 2 was pretty violent and was definitely leaning more into like the slasher film. But Chucky 3 is where we're starting to get like more jokes. And Chucky as a character has kind of solidified.
He can't escape the doll. He has to embrace it.
And then you have the Bride of Chucky, where he gets his girlfriend, and then they have a husband and wife fight and everything. It's like, really?
It's weird. It's fun. It's fun. I think Child's Play, the Chucky franchise, I think there's like 6 or 7 movies. I think it's the most consistent. I think it's the most consistent in quality all throughout. They're all pretty good.
Curse of Chucky at the end is a little debatable, but
but still, it's
Nobody
a lot better than
about
like
Cult of Chucky either.
Cult was weird, but when you think of like the Hellraiser movies, for instance, like there's such a
god.
When you think of like
a drop after 4, it's crazy.
The Nightmare movies, like there's such varying degrees of quality. Whereas like I think there's less ebb and flow with the Chucky movies. It's all like pretty close in terms of quality. But also Chucky's interesting because like it's the same guy did all the movies. Mancini, whatever his name is, he's directly involved with all of them, which is something I
think his name is Harry Mancini.
I think so.
Is it? Maybe something. He's some Italian guy.
I want to take this comment right quick. Hot take: I found the Final Destination movies goofy. It's not a hot take. That is established. They are goofy.
They're fun.
Yes.
The freak accidents are like 0.0000001% chance of ever truly likely to happen.
What are your favorite?
That is the premise of it, huh?
The favorite Final Destination deaths. I like the drive-through death.
The drive-through death is good. The girl getting flattened by the airborne wheel that comes off of the explosion. The wheels just like comes down like crunch. Like
There's the tanning bed death
scene. I gotta say, one is
Don Mancini. There you go.
Don Mancini.
I was like, it sounded more Italian than Harry. I remember.
There's one thing on like Zombieland. How they were always going over the best zombie kills of the week or whatever, and there was one with this old lady, and she had a zombie coming after her, and she just lets go of a rope that she was holding, and a piano falls on it, and the zombie kill of the week went to her.
Shaun of the Dead. And then you got Return of the Living Dead, where they incorporated more comedy and that little trilogy.
love Return of the Living Dead because it was
first one is awesome.
Return of the Living Dead, just like it's up there. It's with RoboCop. It is a perfect movie. Like it is like everything's set up and paid off. Everything is it's really way better than
I love the makeup work for the Tar Man. Like
and a lot of people don't.
For the longest time, I was like, "Is that a guy in a suit, or is that really?" Because the way they made it, it looked like it could have been string work, it could have been a marionette, could have been an animatronic. You didn't know. You could not tell if on your first watch unless you had a trained eye. Like I, for the longest time, thought it was just some marionette animatronic stuff. But then I saw the guy's jeans. When I rewatched it, and I'm like, oh, that is a guy in a suit. That is awesome. Whenever you make me second guess your makeup work, that's how you know you do it right.
Dude,
I just realized the best way to characterize The Shining. Okay, so The Shining is super psychological thriller, Carrie, supernatural thriller is what I would call it.
Well, what's great about The Shining...
supernatural too, though.
Yeah, The Shining is supernatural, but what's great about the movie is Stanley Kubrick purposely made it kind of like less supernatural, like it's more implied, like he could just be going crazy.
Correct.
Because
that's why it's psychological. He could be going crazy, but you didn't know.
Yeah, in the Stephen King book, it is legitimately like ghosts are possessing the father, and he is a good man turned evil because of supernatural forces that have corrupted him. But in the movie, it's like, no, they established that he is abusive. He possibly may have molested his own son. He's an alcoholic, recovering.
Yeah, they don't make it clear as towards what's going on.
So he has this like evil inside of him, and it could just be cabin fever. It could just be a really bad case of cabin fever he has.
And then when you get to Dr. Sleep, they go a little bit harder in on the supernatural aspect.
Dr. Sleep is amazing because it's a sequel to the book and the movie at the same time. So that's why it's pretty good.
Speaking of cabin fever, a lot of horror movies usually start with being in an isolated cabin in the woods. You look at Evil Dead, you look at cabin fever itself. You look, there's
Evil Dead started that though.
Yeah, Evil Dead started it for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the original Evil Dead movies because those were just, they were, in my opinion, they were unique. They started off unique and they were great.
I have a Necronomicon.
I got one behind the computer right here.
Very nice. Very nice.
Evil Dead 1 was like, that was kind of like Clerks, Clerks came out and everyone was like, shit, I could make a movie. Like Evil Dead was like, holy shit. Like we could make a horror movie if we really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Have a Kandarian dagger on the other side of the room too.
I don't have a Kandarian dagger. You got me there.
Now, as far as like you guys were mentioning before, the old to the new and stuff. Like the old versus the new, and like comparison and everything. Tony, please, sweetie.
No.
Thank you.
Yes.
Classics.
Yes, House on Haunted Hill was amazing. Very, very, very good.
I do like the remake a lot of House on Haunted
Remake
Hill.
is fun. I won't say it's great, but it's fun.
It had the weirdest. It had like one of the weirdest endings, like when the final guy that lives, the black dude who gets chased out of the house, it's like even when he's about to be killed by the ghosts and everything, he goes, "I'm just adopted. I don't know any of these people."
That reminds me of The Happening, or no, The Blackening.
The Blackening is a good one.
Yeah, it is.
That was actually pretty fun. House on Haunted Hill, one of my favorite parts is so ridiculous that the remake was Jeffrey Rush owns this theme park. And he's got a ride where you're gonna watch the roller coaster in front of you like fly off the tracks, and then like the tracks repair themselves, and then there's so many questions. Like, what if something goes wrong? Right, that's an obvious question. But second question is like, how do you get that? Like, how much money does that cost to keep like putting these? What do? Do you crane lift the the roller coaster ride back on the tracks. Like, I don't understand, because it falls off the tracks and crashes. Like, do they just have like an unlimited supply of roller coaster cars that they just keep throwing in a ditch? Like, it's just so silly. It's so silly.
Let's see. First off, Peepers has never seen any of these.
Peepers, Sweetie, you have more homework.
Yeah, we got some homework for you.
Yeah, dude. He doesn't like scary movies, though.
And Miss Sparkles just became a channel member. We'll go ahead and we'll throw you a couple of coin sound effects on the register. Thank you very much.
Cha-ching. Thank you, sweetie. And let's see. And of course, since let's see, somebody asked, I believe it was Miss Sparkles who asked, what is The Thing considered? I would imagine horror. The Thing is I would, classic monster horror is what I would call it.
No, The Thing is definitely horror, sci-fi,
body horror,
body horror,
cosmic horror. Yeah,
Cronenberg 101.
Yeah, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Peepers, we gotta drag you into Discord, and you got some homework to do, sweetie.
I will happily, if Peepers, if you're part of my member Discord, I have a member movie night after every one of my matinee variety shows, and I specialize in watching schlocky horror. Enzo knows. He's sat in on a couple of watches with us. So if you're a member at my channel, if somebody gives you a membership, we'll bring you in and get you up to speed.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did with me in Terrifier. They sat me down.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. You ain't seen
Terrifier? They sat me down and made me binge watch. I was like, okay.
We even started with All Hallows Eve because that was the first iterance of Clown. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you got the classics, and some of the classics, some of the classics are the better version, are better than the most recent.
Yeah, I don't
well, some
care.
Of them
the Night of the Living Dead remake by what's
Savini.
his name?
The thing is,
yeah, it's okay.
The Night of the Living Dead, it's been remade so many times.
Not really. It has that remake, but it's just not the same. Like, I mean, the zombies have been made a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the original is in public domain technically, so that's why nobody will truly remake it anymore because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I mean, they got a new one coming out with Devon Sawa.
That's Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, apparently it's a sequel to the other Return of the Living Deads. And you know what I do love? I like Return of the Living Dead Part 3 too, with the girlfriend who gets killed in the motorcycle accident.
Yeah,
best movie poster ever with her punk and bloody and zombie.
Dude, at the end when she's all naked with nipple rings and all this crazy crap, and that one guy's like carrying his own head and stuff with his like spine removed, like that stuff was awesome makeup wise.
I loved the original, but with the newer version, so you could get a bit more grotesque with it, which was cool. But I loved the original, and another one that this follows under sci-fi horror, Alien.
Yeah.
I fucking love Alien, and I don't care what a lot of other people say. I love Aliens too as well.
Well, Aliens is much more of a sci-fi action, less horror elements in it, but both of them are good in their own genres. Like both of them are tips of the spear.
So that's what James Cameron did with Terminator and Terminator 2. So
right.
The first one was more of a science fiction slasher movie. The second one was way more action science fiction.
Well, also Terminator 1, he did himself say he intended it to be slightly horror.
Yep.
And when you think about it, it was scary as hell once he got rid of that human skin and all you saw was the robot and stuff. Yeah, that was scary.
Alien.
Well, I mean, both of these. Well, let's just compare Terminator and Alien right quick. Both of them are a mysterious killing thing that has some element to it, and for in the Alien, it's a creature in the darkness. You really don't get to see it until the third act of the film. You really don't. I mean, you don't know what it really looks like until it reveals itself after.
Yeah, Yeah, at first you're introduced.
At the end of the second act, like he's like, ah!
Yeah, at first you're introduced to the frickin' egg, and then this alien crawls out, latches onto a guy. You're freaked out, so what do? You jump in your seat. You're used to seeing this thing, and throughout most of the movie, this thing has latched onto the guy. You see something down the throat and everything. You're curious. It's got your curiosity. You see its black spot. And then, of course, it goes away, and he wakes up, and then right in the middle of breakfast. And one thing I loved is that nobody was told about the blood. The thing just pops right out of the chest of the guy, and the screams that came out of the cast members were real. None of them were told about the blood, like I said. And that was just awesome right there.
And then in Terminator, you have what looks like, a normal guy that goes to the gym. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I really wouldn't pass off as a normal guy. But the fact that he's just able to take damage and take damage and take damage and keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, it took a spin on what other slasher movies were doing. Like with Michael Myers, you could knock him out, but he's going to get back up and come back after you again. Jason, you can knock him out, but he's going to get back up and come after you again. Jason's pretty much invincible. So that, had that same element, but it was in, the gritty urban streets at night, and, he had weapons and he was not afraid to use them. Like he went into a weapons store and said, I need this and this, the Uzi 9mm, only just to kill the guy, take the crap and go,
Give me your shirt, your jacket, in case your motorcycle.
That's right. So, I mean, that once you see the endoskeleton underneath it and you realize, this is a machine for the future, we don't have anything like this. That was also the big reveal, and right at the beginning of the third act. So I mean,
not only that, is also
follow that formula.
You also realize that there is no stopping this thing with conventional,
unless you jam a pipe bomb into its torso. But we'll let
a newspaper printing press slamming down.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, any kind of compacting device, that's what they're good at, right? It's stuff. I mean, it's a hydraulic press. I mean, YouTube has hydraulic press channels because people are just fascinated with watching things getting crushed.
Well, and one of the best parts about the end of Terminator is the realization that the rest of the people see the cybernetic hand sticking out, and she wasn't crazy the whole time because nobody believed her except the other guy from the future.
Right.
And the thing, and what's interesting about the thing is it's sci-fi horror, but it also brings into topic of who do you trust? Who can you trust? Because you now know that this thing can mimic anything it sees, anything it touches.
You're talking about, The Thing. That's by far a perfect movie. I love The Thing.
Which in and of itself is a remake of The Thing from Another World. Mm-hmm. And it is honestly the better movie.
It is.
And
I could say the same for The Blob, 1956 versus 88. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and then you have there's so much that you can, and then you have monster movies, the classic werewolf movies. Like The Howling. The Howling was great. I'm talking about the original one.
American Werewolf in London.
One of the best transformation scenes of werewolves, period, was from American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, and then of course,
just the way the legs snap into being inverted. Oh,
oof, that always
the bones crunching. God, oof.
And another one was Body Snatchers.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one was creepy too. Yeah, that was creepy. And another good one, and this goes from the past to the present, with Vincent Price to current day. The Fly.
I love The Fly. The remake is so terrifying.
Fly.
The Vincent Price version was the Vincent Price version was just so different, but still
goofy.
So wow. And then you have Jeff Goldblum, and his just goes in a completely different direction.
Jeff version's genius, yeah.
Now, this is what I got to say about the Jeff Goldblum. Whenever he was acting, you could tell it was acting. Like the makeup work, the Cronenberg effects didn't really need to be there until like, again, from the middle of the second act on through, because I mean, as you see him transforming, like Jeff would just start twitching his eyes, like just darting in different directions while he's having conversations, like a fly's tilting its head. Like he did all of these subtle like gestures and all these subtle inflections as he was transforming in the early stages. That was absolutely amazing.
It was great.
Jeff Goldblum, as he plays himself in just about every role he does, but when he was Brundle and then Brundle Fly, like that was some of his best work, in my opinion. In my honest opinion, that was some of his best work.
What's so great about the Fly is it starts out like such a good story. It's all happy. Like we invented a machine. We're gonna get rich. We're popping champagne. And yeah, what's great is like he jumps into the fly machine, the telepod, and you think, oh, he's gonna come out with a fly on his head, and he comes out fine. In fact, he's got like superpowers and stuff. And then it quickly just like it's a body horror.
And then it comes and what makes it even scarier is when Gina Davis, what she gives birth to and stuff is just
that's a nightmare.
That was a dream. Yeah. But also that's another thing that gets way scarier when you're older because she's freaked out because something's wrong. That's a great moment when she's like, something went wrong. Something went wrong. You're not listening. And he's like, does this look like a sick man to you? And he starts like breaking his wall with his own hand and shit. Yeah, and he's just
I'm glad it wasn't like a load-bearing beam there.
He's gone mad with power, and he's talking, raving about the flesh and stuff. But it's so freaky because body horror, I think, communicates to us. Werewolves are great body horror, and The Fly is great because, like the idea that your body's doing something you don't want it to, like, cancer or illness or anything like that. It's something that, like, we're intrinsically afraid of. So the idea that your body's mutating and your fingernails are falling off and your teeth are coming out and, it's creepy. My favorite, but the Fly, when he starts talking about insect politics, that's such a great scene.
I love that monologue.
Yes. Insect politics.
He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I'm saying."
Remember that?
Yeah, he's like, "Have you ever heard of insect politics?" He's like, "I want to be the first insect politician." But he's like crazy. Basically, he's talking and he's realizing like, I realizing that I am a fly that dreamed of being a man, but the dream is over and the insect's awake. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? And he's just like, I'm saying I'm going to hurt you if you stay here. Like, I can't control it. I'm a thing. Insects don't have compassion. Insects don't have feeling. Insects are brutal. And, I'm becoming an insect. I'm a brundle fly. It's freaky. And then there's the great moment at the end when his head bursts open and his skin all falls off, and now he's officially like a fly monster.
That was creepy.
No. He throws her in the telepod, and this moment where she's looking at him and she's screaming like, oh, God, no. It's so fucking horrifying, dude.
Yeah.
I forget why he did that. Wasn't it because he was trying to get back into human
form? He's trying to merge the baby himself and her.
Yeah, see, the idea is he's half human, half fly. But if he incorporates Gina and her baby, then he'll be 3/4 human and 1/4 fly, and there'll be this new creature. There'll be one happy family, he says. There'll be one living entity that's like 4 people in one, like 3 people and a fly all together.
Steiner math right there.
He totally lost his mind at some point. Yeah, like he's an insect, and that's why it's so great.
Now, whenever he fused with the telepod after it got, blown out.
Right.
And like, that's, just the end scene of that movie.
He just gets his head blown off and then credits.
He grabs the gun. And he's incapable of speech. He's incapable of, emoting. He grabs the gun and he puts it to his head.
Yeah.
And I'm in such terrible, godly pain.
And it's just great because you go back an hour and a half and like they're, like I said, just popping champagne, like, we did it.
Yeah.
Look, this machine's gonna change the world.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so good.
We're gonna change the world too.
But
kill me now.
Another scene that was way scarier when you're older is when she finds out she's pregnant. And they go to the doctor in the middle of the night, and he's like, wait, so you're saying you want an abortion? He's like, yes. She thinks that the father is deformed and the baby made to be deformed, and he's like, yeah, but it's the middle of the night, and she's like, it's like, you have to do this now. I will do it myself if I don't get an abortion right now. And then they just cut to them, like, her on the table is like, all right, I'll get in this gurney or outfit and I'll come get you in a minute. Like, she's like totally insanely, like she's gonna hurt herself. It's crazy.
That doctor should have seen the movie Demon Seed.
Demon Seed.
That will creep people the hell out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely creep the people the hell out. And then of course, I mean, and then we have like the less creepy movies, but still kind of out there and stuff. They're actually just shows. And Enzo's being a doll, showing the episodes of Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt. Yeah.
Love that show.
Tales from the Crypt.
Very much so. It's a great movie. But yeah, classic movies compared to current movies. I mean, do you think that maybe they might have lost their touch though? I mean, but back then, I mean, they really, really, really knew how to fucking mess with your head.
Well, I mean, Damien Leone is proving that it can be done today.
Yeah, I mean, like now, as of recently, most of what we're getting is either a slasher or a jump scare. Whereas,
it's the
further back, you actually got hauntings. You actually got, the stuff that you really, really like that scared the shit out of you.
Let's address the elephant in the room. There's a lot of these slasher films that are involving types of technology that a lot of these younger generations are considering old. Like for example, an emoticon being sent via text. Next thing you know, you got a smiley face killer. There's literally a possessed drone series of movies. A possessed drone that kills people. Okay. So we're getting into this era where the pitch meetings are going, okay, we need something that's going to hook this new generation. What do we do? Well, let's just talk about the technology from the prior generation, like we did with the VHS tapes for the people in the 90s. They got to stop that. They got to gravitate away from that, because of every one of those movies that I've seen, I fell asleep. Like, there's just, it's not good. And another thing that a lot of people are doing is whenever something goes into the public domain, like Steamboat Willie or Popeye the Sailor Man,
Screamboat Willie,
they immediately turn around and go, "Oh, we got to throw a schlocky horror versions of it." That's like the first thing we got to do, guys. Hail to Jake Martin, who just gifted
for the 10 membership.
Go, Jake!
Thank you,
members tonight.
Sweetie.
Ooh,
right on.
I did like what was a recent remake, the Evil Dead remakes, the two.
Oh, Evil Dead Rise, and then we're getting
Evil Dead Rise.
Next year.
Those are not bad. The 80s was like, the Thing remake is far superior to the original. The Blob remake is far superior to the original. The Fly remake.
Fright Night was a great movie. And that was like
the remake's pretty good, but the original I do like better. Fright Night's awesome.
Yeah.
We watched Fright Night 2. That's actually coming out next week on my channel, and it was not as good as I remembered.
Oh yeah, no.
All right, let's see who we got as far as like the 10 new members. Of the people that have come back, we got October Sky. Welcome to you, Jamalama. I was gifted a membership. Why, thank you very much. Max Redstone, Kashimala, Sonia Lisette, Philip Morgan, Lindo, RDH, The Raging D-Head, and Jedi Knight 128. Welcome to the Greensleeves, folks. And thank you for your generosity again, Jake.
Yes, thank you so much. So yeah, I mean, I think like the older generation, they were better in touch. Mm-hmm. Whereas now it's just jump scare and
bad pitch meetings. Bad pitch meetings.
At pitch meetings, it's either jump scare or slasher. And it's like, okay, you know what? We know what the slashers are. We'll do, and what happens? We keep on getting more and more Scream movies. I'm sorry, it's over.
I blame Scream for that.
And then, of course, Final Destination. I'm sorry, the first one was good, but after that, it got boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the known variety is gone through it goes through this cycle like every 10, 15,
I know what you did
years.
last summer. Please.
Yeah. And then they tried to do a TV show, then they're rebooting that franchise again. Whereas we do have these other filmmakers that are very new, that are working their way up. I mean, Robert Eggers is not really new anymore, but he's still providing some sort of creepy factor, atmospheric horror and tension. And then we are also getting new movies like Good Boy that are coming out. And we are getting a resurgence of some of these filmmakers that are willing to give us the variety, the uneasiness that we've all enjoyed most of our lives. It's coming. It's just, it should have been here 5 years ago.
And I do gotta give kudos to, I forget who it was, for trying to bring back Tales from the Crypt. I gotta give them props, but the stories, they weren't good. I'm sorry.
Oh, who brought back Tales from the Crypt? What are you talking about?
No, somebody tried to restart Tales from the Crypt.
It didn't happen though.
Oh,
yeah, because it failed.
Right. No, they didn't film anything though. I mean, right? They
filmed like 2 episodes, I do believe, and one of them had Mark Hamill.
What?
Oh, I don't think
Scooby. Nani?
I don't think they did. I think you're thinking of something else. Maybe Creep Show.
Creep Show lasted about 4 seasons on Shudder, though.
Yeah, because last I heard, 2016 TNT was going to produce Tales from the Crypt series with M. Night Shyamalan, but they were going to do American Horror Story, where it was going to be season-long stories. And it sounded like a nightmare. It was a terrible idea, and it never happened. But yeah, I know Creep Show was a thing they tried to bring back.
Oh, now I tell you what I like about if you guys like schlocky horror and classics that they were able to get the rights for all of the streaming services out there, Shudder is one of the better ones because A, it's a lot cheaper, and B, you know what you're paying for if you're a cinephile for horror films. That's why I suggest Shudder. It's good stuff. They got a lot of good obscure gems on that service.
Yeah, what were some other decent newer ones? Yeah, I was gonna say Hereditary is probably the best horror movie of the 21st century. That movie's freaking perfect. It's one of those movies I didn't really like that much the first time I watched it, and then I watched it again. I was like, oh wait, never mind. This movie's crazy.
I thought I think there was a remake of The Omen, wasn't there?
Yeah, yeah, there was with was it Liev Schreiber? No, who was in it? I can't remember. But yes, there was a remake of The Omen. It was like early 2000s.
Then they retried to do The Exorcist like 3 times.
They are doing it again with what's his name?
Flanagan.
Flanagan's another big name. I loved Oculus. I loved a couple other movies he made, but his shows are all right. Like I liked the vampire one he did.
You know what it is?
Mass.
Yeah, but it just kind of shits the bed at the end.
That's
what
I thought.
It is, Stupenzo?
What?
I think what it is, I'm confusing it, is that Tales from the Crypt went all the way into 1996.
Yeah.
So I was probably considering it with a later episode. So
was Mark Hamill ever on Tales from the Crypt? I don't think so.
Yes, he was.
He was.
No, he was. When? He was in there, and the episode was. He was a scientist, and a girl that he liked got into a car accident.
Oh, yep.
Oh, hold on.
But yeah, there was a 2017 with M. Night Shyamalan. It never went anywhere though on TNT. that ultimately got canceled due to legal issues. I guess they're trying to do one with Blumhouse and A24 right now.
Blumhouse, I got to give Blumhouse credits for trying, but yeah, fail.
You're thinking of the movie Body Bags, I think.
Body Bags.
John Carpenter.
Yeah,
that technically was supposed to be a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah. That could be it.
Because there was supposed to be a whole line of like 3 or 4 movies they were going to do, and after Bordello of Blood, they pulled the plug.
Because he put the girl that he liked on I forget what it was. He was doing an experiment that allowed you to go into the human psyche, and he hooked her up into it. So it was
that
really
sounds
weird.
like that sounds like the premise of The Cell.
It was a really, really, really weird plot.
Cell was wacky.
He ended up killing the girl that he loved instead.
Wasn't that J-Lo in The Cell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio. No.
He was great in that movie. The movie was weird though.
Movie is very weird. Oh, I'm just gonna, show off vivisect the horse with glass. God. The Edgelord right there. Edgelord is up to like 9,000 in that film.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, Body Bags. It was a television series similar to the Tales from the Crypt.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a TV
That's what I'm thinking.
I was like, maybe Tales from the Dark Side, or
yeah, I do love the anthologies, man. Like we watched Creep Show 1 and 2. There's the Monster Club with Vincent Price.
Dude, Tales from the Hood, let's go.
Tales from the One. This ain't no funeral home.
Tales from the Hood 2.
Tear down neither.
Tales from the Hood 2 sucked though.
Yeah,
Tales from the Hood 1 is great.
Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror is pretty good.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But then,
the Willies,
then of course
the
you
Willies.
have your horror comedies that just don't hit as well as they used to. One of such being Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness hit home real well.
Army of Darkness is not very scary. It's
supposed to be. It's supposed to be funny, which is what I mean. It's supposed to be funny.
I think of
Ash
like
vs. Evil Dead's an amazing show.
Yeah,
we're covering that on our channel right now,
dude.
Dude, I gotta.
Jake Martin,
up to you. Hold on.
Jake Martin calling out cigarette burns. That was a really creepy one. John Carpenter's Masters of Horror episode.
His last good movie episode. TV show.
It's freaky, man. It is good. But what were we just talking about? God damn it. Before cigarette burns came up, threw me off.
Tales of the Hood and the anthology shows.
Anthologies. Something. Oh, I just had it. It was awful. Saying balancing horror and comedy, the best was American Werewolf in London. Because that movie's scary and funny. And it's just such a great like mixture of both. Like it goes back and forth so seamlessly.
I'd say Evil Dead 2, just to prove the point. Like that was actually better for horror and comedy than Army of Darkness was.
Right.
Oh, Evil Dead 2 was classic. But the thing I liked about Army of Darkness is it's so damn quotable.
Oh, right.
Like it's memeable, it's quotable. The lines, you remember them. Like one of my favorite scenes, and this is one that isn't quoted as much, is whenever he's dealing with all his miniature selves after breaking that mirror, and he's like, London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. I fair lady. Ha! It's just like
goody little tissue.
It was great.
Good, bad. I'm the one with the gun.
No good.
You're goody little tissues. Goody little tissues. It was a great film, and even its predecessors 1 and 2. Those in themselves were goofy as hell.
Oh yeah.
They were rated B, but they were also the first 2. They were goofy as hell, but they were a little bit catch you off guard, but they were still cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely adored them, especially when he's coming out with his homemade tank, and he's shooting skeletons, knocking them out of the way and stuff, and then he's coming right towards the quote-unquote girlfriend that he had at the time, and he spins away to avoid her, and of course he falls off or whatever, and then she jumps on top of him, and she's ugly ass bitch, and she goes, "You found me beautiful once, lady. Honey, you got real ugly."
My favorite is at the end where he like shoots that lady with a shotgun. He's like, "Ma'am, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store."
That's right.
That was a great one.
The one thing I will say about Ash versus Evil Dead is they did kind of retcon the events of Army of Darkness, but they still put like nods into it. Yeah, they throw nods into it all the time. Like, "Oh, you are that guy. Oh, who are you talking about?" He's got like the little wooded prosthetics. Like, "Oh, Woody here." At the very beginning of it, like I'm telling you, man, I love Ash versus Evil Dead. It's a great series.
Well, and they did that because they couldn't get their rights to use Army of Darkness lore until about the 3rd season, and that's when they dropped the line, "Yeah, I accidentally overslept once."
Yeah, from the secret ending for Army of the Dead.
That's the only problem with Army of Darkness. There's like 3 different cuts and with so many different scenes between them all, you can't figure out which is the definitive cut that you would prefer.
Yeah.
Sam's like, "Hey, I like the theatrical, but I also like my directors, but there's things I don't like in one that I'd rather have in the other one." And it's like, oh God, dude, come on.
No, it's just like, it's the case, a case in point with any of those kind of movies that have like multiple cuts and releases. I mean, Blade Runner is still argued to this day as to which cut.
6 cuts.
6 cuts. Do you like the narration? Do you not like the narration? Do you like the obvious allusions to Deckard being a replicant? Do you like... it's a whole different discussion, which we unfortunately don't have time for.
Yeah, it's definitely. But yeah, I mean, I think the old films have their own charm, and the modern films have their own charm. But the modern films, they cover too much of a specific formula, and unfortunately, that formula for the newest modern day horror films just aren't scary. No. They're either jump scares or they're bloodbaths. And I'm sorry, but if you're going to do a bloodbath one, at least have a damn good story to it, or at least have a good character that's doing it. I mean, take a look at Art the Clown, okay? His character is very unique in what he does. You had Jason, also unique.
Then Jason was an unstoppable juggernaut. He was the original spirit of revenge.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have Michael from Halloween. Evil from the beginning, as a kid. I mean, each of them...
What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts on the Halloween Rob Zombie versions? I like the first one, but not the second one too much.
First one's good. Second one's like, well, he definitely went swinging for the fences, and it didn't quite land for me. But
it didn't get past the shortstop.
Second one didn't land for me.
No.
Then
I didn't really like the first one that much. I felt like they over explained.
Well, they made him trailer park trash. Or white trash. Yeah.
You got to remember, this is Rob Zombie. He's got to put his wife in every film he does.
Yeah, I gotta say, I liked the original ones.
Well, then that brings up like House of a Thousand Corpses and like Devil's Rejects and all that. Those were okay.
St. Hugo says, if memory serves, the latest 28 turned jump scares into junk scares. Allow me to click the button. There's Scoob.
Sir.
You got to remember, I'm your button pusher. You don't have to worry about it.
Yes, I know. I fear Tony. That is my worst fear. I fear Tony.
Let me do my job. All right.
But yeah, I mean, then again, nowadays though, when you compare them and stuff, it's becoming more hit or miss. It really is.
Well, horror movies are always profitable. That's why they're always going to be around. They're cheap to make. They make money consistently.
Dusk Till
People
Dawn.
like them. Oh yeah, I saw that in the theaters when I was 10. I loved it. You know?
Dusk Till Dawn. That was actually pretty damn good. I liked it.
Yeah,
that was well done by Robert.
Here's a fun story. So The Descent, from Dusk Till Dawn, these movies that pivot halfway into hard horror. You do need to know it's coming. And I know this for a fact because when I saw From Dusk Till Dawn, I knew it was a vampire movie, and you spend the whole movie like, when do the vampires show up? Where are the vampires coming? You know, and they finally show up, and you're like, okay. This movie's it's like two movies in one.
Was there.
So, but what's funny is like one time my friend, she's a big Quentin Tarantino fan. I was telling her about True Romance and Natural Born Killers and From Dusk Till Dawn. And she'd never heard of From Dusk Till Dawn, and I was like, yeah, the Quentin Tarantino, I know for a fact I said the Quentin Tarantino Mexican vampire movie. I know I said that, but she seemed to have forgotten. So when I showed it to her like a day or two later, she had forgotten that vampires were coming. So when the vampires show up, she was turned off. She was like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? I don't like this. This is stupid. All of a sudden it became really... Yeah, so it's one of these things where you're getting all invested in this bank robbery movie. You don't know the vampires are coming, so when the vampires show up, it like ruins it. But if you know the vampires are coming, then like, yeah, you're on the edge of your seat. So you got to know vampires are coming when you watch that one. You got to know the cave monsters are showing up in The Descent when you watch it. Otherwise, when it pivots to the hard horror, supernatural monster horror, like it does turn people off if they're not aware. I've seen it happen. So just warning.
Yeah,
if we don't got it, you don't want it.
If it's one thing I also love it, that's not really done very well nowadays, and you don't really see much of anymore. Monster movies.
Yeah. Well, monster movies,
glorified action movies now.
Well, the thing about monster movies, just like it's like werewolf movies. Like, why are there so few good, excellent werewolf movies? Is because werewolf movies automatically, unlike vampires, like they demand a budget because your monster is a special effect, and that's true with most creature features. They don't show the monster until the end, and when they do show him, he's dark and slimy. And you know, it's what makes monster movies work. Alien did it best though, because Alien like purposely, you know, it's disorienting. You've got the flashing lights and smoke and loud alarms buzzing, and like,
and then of course you have
architecture of the ship that you don't understand.
And then of course you hear sounds and screaming and stuff, and you don't know what's going on, but you know something horrible's going on. Like when she's trying to get a hold of her friends, and all you hear is, "Girl, don't do this, don't do this," and I can't, and then you hear the loud sounds of ripping and screaming of flesh and stuff. You don't know what's going on, but you know that something bad. And then she goes in there, you see her shudder, and you know whatever she saw was horrific, and you don't want to see it. And knowing that she's the only one left, and she is on the verge of, I have to survive.
Yeah, I mean, monster movies in general. I mean, I know we have more technological advances and budget-wise, but we're still not really like when I watched the '80s Blob. And of course, the '80s Thing, like the Blob is so great because it's just, you know, it's just pink goo. You know, it's such a simple monster.
It's an amoeba.
Yes.
Yeah. There's also what was a terrible one was The Happening, where the monster is just the wind. You know, so it's like a stupid, stupid effect. Yeah, the trees, the plants are like releasing endorphins and causing everyone to kill themselves.
Well, it's like Signs, where the water is what defeated the aliens. Oh, what?
Well, I'm in the belief that they weren't aliens; they're actually demons from hell, and all the water's technically holy water because Mel Gibson.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah,
that'd be really funny.
Yeah, that's why they look like aliens to that family, but they look like whatever you want them to look like. That's why that one guy thinks they're commies or whatever. That other guy is like everyone thinks they look like something else because they're not aliens; they're demons from hell. That explains why, you know, water would hurt him, because like that's the common thing about Signs is like, why the fuck would you go to a planet made out of water if you're allergic to water?
Yeah, and then of course you have now this is a more recent film, but it's more in the modern films, and it's they try to take also modern games or modern books, and they try to make those movies. One that was a flop, the first Resident Evil movie, and then you had Silent Hill movie. The Silent Hill movie, now if you were a fan of Silent Hill, you kind of got it. It was a bit more creepier. The Resident Evil was kind of like, what the hell?
What? You know, we are almost out of time, but I just want to make a quick note. We forgot all about killer clown films, like Pennywise and Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I mean, we did mention Terrifier and Possessed car. Yes, the car. Yes, I want that Buick. I need that Buick in my life. Yeah.
There's killer clowns like It. I personally like the original It.
You like Tim Curry's iteration?
That's my favorite It.
Yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space? No. That is what gave me my that is what gave me my fear of clowns. That is what gave me my fear of clowns. And then of course, I hate mentioning this one because I know Tony will get on my ass about this. Arachnophobia.
But you need to see Kingdom of the Spiders too. You need to see
Fuck you. Both. No, I don't.
Yes, you
William
do.
Shatner. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh
no.
It's a rite of passage.
Kill it with fire. Kill it all with fucking fire.
There was a new one recently. What was it called? Sting. Big killer spider in an apartment complex.
I watched it. It was
That was fun.
An alien spider that whistled.
Yeah, that was fun. There was also what are some other good big spiders? Obviously,
Eight-legged freaks.
Eight-legged freaks is amazing.
Eight-legged freaks is fun. Yeah,
it's hilarious. I love eight-legged freaks.
But yes, we have reached our time limit. Of course, if you want to cover some more movies or whatever, Stupenzo, Suns and Shadows, always up for a rough view. I'm trying to get some more out, especially for this month. Like I said, Monday I'm doing one with That Darn Kitty. But first, we'll get into that in a bit. First, outros. Boys, Suns and Shadows, what you got coming up?
Yes.
Yeah, we have our normal Deadwire live stream. We do our own little horror science fiction pop culture show every Saturdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have Tuesdays are movie nights for us, and we're doing Evil Dead movies right now. So that's what's going on for us. And Thursdays are Stargate nights. Friday nights we are doing alternating Fridays are Ash versus Evil Dead this whole month. So we just did season 1 last night. 2 more weeks we'll be doing season 2 and then 3, and we have Dana DiLorenzo who will be joining us at some point as well.
Dana DiLorenzo, you booked Dana DiLorenzo?
We've had her on before, actually, so she's coming back again. We're just figuring out schedules. So,
God, man. Hey, man, if you ever want little old me to discuss it with you, do let me know, man. If you need a voice guy,
we'll talk again.
You bet. Reach out, man. Reach out.
Oh yeah,
that would be a bucket list item to share a panel.
I have done. I've done impromptu appearances on Suns and Shadows Deadwire.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again sometime. Anyways, Stupenzo.
How's it going? Yeah, we do some movies on my channel. We've been watching horror movies lately. We did Reanimator, and we got Fright Night 2 coming out this week. And
both good films.
What's coming out next week? Oh yeah, next week's like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Is the week after next week is The Quicksilver Highway. Holy crap, that was bad. We also got a bunch of live streams. I might stream later tonight in a few hours. Definitely gonna stream tomorrow at midnight after Gucci Gang. I'll probably stream tonight in like 3 or 4 hours. We'll see. And we'll watch some weird crap infomercials and whatever else. And yeah, just hanging out, goofing off, celebrating the best month of the year.
Tales from the Dark Side is the one-stop shop for all of your, hey, is this really on the internet? I'm serious. It's like my favorite casual venue out of every YouTube show that I'm on. I hate it when I miss. I hate it when I miss, man. Tales from the Dark Side's where it's at.
And before we get to you, Tony, I just want to toss out there. Should you guys want to subscribe, just to let you know, those who subscribe, will get first come, first served to any future projects, as well as a say in what I review, game-wise, movie-wise, TV show-wise, such as if it interests you or not. And as far as the Barcade, I'll put up games every now and then, and I'll let you guys have a say as towards, what interests you the most. And from there, I'll go with whatever the members say. So to continue on, Tony, you're up.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Are you tired of the same old day-to-day humdrum variety shows on the internet? Tired of people complaining about things that are bad? Tired of everybody mentioning Disney, the BBC, Paramount, and more? Then look no further than Stark's Thursday Matinee, where we just decide to say, hey, screw complaining about bad entertainment. Let's just have entertainment. That's right, parody songs, puppetry, impersonations, piano playing, and much, much more are available as the second best variety show on YouTube to date. Just because there's not a lot of them out there, is there, folks? I do digress, though. I hope to see you all there this coming Thursday. We're going to have a blast, but because we unlocked it last Thursday, Scooby Pup is now ready to make fun of me as I attempt to play through Doom as a squishy wizard who just lost all of his boomsticks. That is going to be happening at the top of the hour here in about 24 minutes for the next 3 hours. And if you do like puppet work, check out Alpha on the Cotton Council later on tonight. We will be rating that show subsequently. Thank you, everybody, for your generous donations. We will be playing the highlight reel of them at the end of tonight's program. And we hope to see you all on the next episode of the podcast. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for that.
I may or may not have some advertising courses under my belt.
Thank you for Tony. As for me, I will be doing, after the show, I'll be going straight over to Tony's channel, where I will be hopping onto his stream and trolling him like no frickin' tomorrow. As he plays Doom, from counting down the deaths to taunting him and letting him know why he is crappy at playing the game, because it's fun too. And also on Sunday 9 p.m. I will be on Sammy Three Pete's show, so be sure to check that out. And I believe that's called What's News. And on Monday, the 6th, I will be doing a Scooby Pups Rough View with That Darn Kitty, and we will be doing one of The Conjuring. So be sure to check that one out. It won't be live, but it'll be put on later that day. So be sure to check it out. It's going to be a fun one. Because nothing more fun than a haunting plus possessive movie. So it'll be great. And next weekend on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, we are going to have Nadia on PAWCAST. And we're going to cover Terrifiers, slasher movies, and possession movies. So come on down and we're going to have a good time. And
maybe a slasher or two that might be joining that panel. Maybe a ghost with the most. So you never know.
And also,
I'll pull out of my butt for that one.
Yeah. And also on Monday, I will be playing Siren again. I'll be starting up my Barcade stream again. So be sure to catch them all. Love you guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the membership gifties. Many kisses to those. And I hope to see you all again later. Have a good Halloween. Have a good October.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
If you survive, please come again.
Come again.